My chiropractor has a $15,000 decompression table in his office. It saved my back after 6 appointments, but each session cost $150 and insurance covered exactly $0. Just as I was deciding between a week without back pain or a week without groceries, I saw Chirp pop up on an episode of Shark Tank and it caught my attention because the Chirp Contour claims to deliver the same spinal decompression for $600 one time. No appointments, no waiting. But after 30 days of testing, I discovered something Chirp definitely doesn't mention in their ads. So I'm gonna show you whether this product is legit or if I just became the owner of the world's most expensive massaging dog bed. Unboxing Chirp Contour, you can immediately see that this thing is not just a toy. It is pretty big, so this is something you're definitely gonna wanna consider if you're thinking about buying. Definitely make sure you've got some space under your couch or bed to store it when it's not in use. But if the Chirp Contour is too big for your home or too expensive for you right now, I'll show you some smaller, cheaper alternatives to Chirp Contour later in the video. Fortunately, setting up the Contour takes basically 1 minute. You just set it down, plug it into an outlet, and lay down. No assembly, no batteries. The only thing you've got to do is choose between 3 interchangeable rollers, which are stored in the hidden compartment at the bottom of the device. There's a soft, a medium, and a deep tissue roller. These snap in via what they call a smart lock latch, so you can customize the intensity based on your tolerance and what feels good that day. But if you want to keep it simple, just start with the contour roller that's already in there. Chirp Contour has an auto calibration feature that automatically adjusts the roller height based on your back length. And this ensures proper alignment, whether you're 5 feet tall or 6'5". I'm about 6 foot, maybe 6'2" on Tinder, and it auto adjusts perfectly every time. Once you're positioned, the motorized rollers start traveling up and down your spine, and these provide 2 main benefits: decompression, which gently lifts and stretches your spine, and massage, which kind of kneads into your muscles. And this is really important. We'll talk about why in just a minute. There is a remote tethered to the Chirp Contour with simple buttons for power, heat settings, program selection, and manual adjustments. There are 3 preset programs: warm-up, which is more energizing; recovery, which is designed for post-workout; and relax, which is perfect for winding down before bed. Sessions run for about 10 minutes, then the rollers automatically return to the starting position. From the other Chirp Contour reviews I've read online, people love how passive the whole experience is. You basically just lay down and relax while the decompression table takes care of everything. And you know what? That does sound a lot nicer than rubbing my back against a foam roller for 30 minutes. But does it actually work? Okay, so I've got it set up here and I'm gonna lay back and let it, I guess, align with my spine. And I'm sitting on my uplift desk, by the way. I've got another review of this product. Look at this. How great this is. Look how strong this table is. It's like actually fantastic. I love this thing. So the auto calibration is gonna happen once I get in place. Ugh. Ready? Okay, so the auto calibration is happening right now. I can feel the rollers adjusting, and wow, okay, that's actually pretty interesting. I started with the medium contour roller on here right now, and I'm gonna do the recovery program. So let's see. Whoa. And I can already feel it working its way up my spine. The heat is on high, and honestly, this feels really good. It's like someone's giving me a deep tissue massage, but I'm just lying here doing nothing. I can adjust the intensity if it's too much, or I can target specific areas using the remote. So if my lower back is particularly tight, I guess I could just get it down there. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of the neck massage, but the decompression right now is fantastic. Oh, it's like just about to crack my back, but it doesn't. I kind of wish it would, but it's definitely decompressing my spine. Ugh. So first impressions, the Chirp Contour feels great. The heat is probably my favorite feature after the spinal decompression itself. The massage is pretty solid. I have had better, but it's not bad. The only thing I'm not in love with is the neck massage. But in all fairness, I've never had a robotic neck massage that I did like. I need like an elderly Thai woman with strong hands, 50 years of experience, and a slight mustache. But I didn't get this for a back rub, I got it for back pain. So 30 days later, did the Chirp Contour actually relieve pain and deliver real results? The answer is yes, but there's a catch. Now, I'm fortunate that I don't deal with chronic back pain daily, But over the years, working from home has definitely caused some back pain and tightness, especially from straining my neck at the computer. Over the last 30 days using Chirp Contour, that tension was significantly reduced. I actually do feel fantastic. My morning stiffness went from a 5 out of 10 to like a 1 out of 10, but there are far more extreme cases than mine. I've read some Chirp Contour reviews online of users reporting feeling 50% better after just one treatment and 80% better after like 4 treatments. I saw multiple people say they got their life back, going from barely being able to function to bowling, golfing, and enjoying activities they hadn't been able to do in years without pain. It does genuinely seem like Chirp is delivering professional-grade therapy comparable to real chiropractic traction tables. Chiropractors hate this one sneaky trick, but frankly, the science behind it makes sense. I spent like 12 hours learning about spinal decompression for this video, but I can sum it up for you in under a minute. Your spine is basically a stack of bones with squishy discs in between them that act like shock absorbers. But gravity and daily life slowly squash these discs down, causing back pain and problems like lower back pain, sciatica, tingling, or even numbness in your hands and feet. When your doctor says you have a herniated or bulging disc, they're talking about those cushions being squeezed out of place. Spinal decompression gently stretches your spine apart, creating negative space for those discs to decompress and heal naturally with nutrient-rich fluid. Not only does this bring immediate pain relief, it also leads to real long-term healing over time with an 89% success rate versus surgery, which has 10 to 20% failure rates and greater risks. So spinal decompression is definitely legit, and most users say that the Chirp Contour does it well, including myself. But don't fire your chiropractor just yet, because the catch, spinal decompression is not for everyone. I used to see people using foam rollers at the gym, and I thought this was some form of spinal decompression. It's not. They might think it is, but it's not. Foam rolling is for loosening tight muscles and fascia. It's got nothing to do with compressed discs. It can actually create more back pain by increasing disc pressure. Spinal decompression is about relieving that disc pressure. It spreads the spine apart so the discs can heal. In other words, foam rolling is not an alternative to products like the Chirp Contour. They can both break up muscle knots, but only Chirp can properly decompress the spine. If you don't have back pain or disc issues, you probably don't need regular spinal decompression. But if you do have any sort of disc issues, you need to be very careful using foam rollers, especially in your lower back region. So please talk to a professional. I don't want you getting hurt. I want you to stick around for a long time. So hit subscribe because yeah, I like you and I'd be disappointed if you didn't get to see my next health tech review. Almost as disappointed as what I discovered only after 30 days of testing my Chirp Contour. Doing my research on this product, I did find some valid durability concerns about the Chirp Contour. Most people seem to be happy with their purchase, but some people report the product breaking on them, plus dealing with some headaches dealing with the customer service. With only a 1-year warranty, which is not super generous, you might want to be cautious not to damage the motors. Plus, the Chirp Contour has a weight limit of 250 pounds. This means if you're any heavier than that, I really can't recommend you get this. Look, mama, thick is beautiful, but those $600 motors ain't cheap. Fortunately, I've tried dozens of different products for back pain, so if you stick around, I promise I'll let you know about some fantastic alternatives later in the video. For now, before I forget to mention, this video is not sponsored and I did not accept any money to make it, but we're getting to the point in the video where I help you decide whether or not the product will be a good fit for you. So I will drop a discount link down below and I'll keep it updated with whatever the best current deal is, and using this link will help support the channel, which I always appreciate. Here's who I think should buy the Chirp Contour, and it's definitely not everyone. First, I definitely think it's worth it if you're already paying for spinal decompression. Look, despite whatever clickbait I use to get you here, I would never actually recommend firing your chiropractor unless they're like bad at their job. They're valuable experts who can provide fantastic personalized care. But what a lot of users have said on Reddit is Chirp Contour allows them to go longer between chiropractor appointments, which in turn saves them money and the hassle of driving to the office every week. I mean, it can take dozens of appointments and thousands of dollars before people start seeing results from in-office spinal decompression, so this makes sense. Chirp Contour is also FSA and HSA eligible, so you can stack that with my discount link if it helps. I also think this would be good for anyone who isn't already seeing a chiropractor but has disc-related back pain or similar issues. I mean, I'm the first one to complain when I think a product is overpriced, but I actually don't think $600 is bad when the alternative is surgery or a lifetime of pain medication. Honestly, my grandma had sciatica, but I didn't know anything about it until a few weeks ago. If she were still around, I would have bought her something like the Chirp Contour, sincerely. It has definitely alleviated my back pain and tension, and I don't have to take off work to go into my chiropractor's office to use it. And the heated massage is also really fantastic. I look forward to using it every morning now. But it's definitely not for everyone. If you don't have back pain, tension, or any other reason to decompress your spine, you can probably pass on this for now. I wouldn't buy it just for the massage, and the neck massage is just okay. Also, if you're over 250 pounds, worried about the 1-year warranty, or just don't see the value for you right now, don't get it. I've got something else for you. First, Chirp also sells foam wheels that provide targeted relief along the spine. These are actually their flagship product that they brought on Shark Tank with them. Robert loved them right away, and Lori even offered them a deal. They're not going to be quite as good as something like the Chirp Contour, but they are definitely a lot cheaper. The Chirp wheels are still mainly focused on releasing muscle tension and improving flexibility along the spine, but they seem to do a much better job than old school foam rollers. I'll actually drop a discount link to all of that stuff too down in the comments. But if your back pain is caused by sitting at a desk all day like mine was, there's actually one more thing that helped me even more than the Chirp Contour, and it's an office chair that I reviewed right here, and it completely fixed my back and posture. I actually talked my own best friend into getting one, so definitely check it out, especially if you want to avoid developing a hunchback or tech neck from long hours working at a desk.